Hello, good day everyone, and welcome back again. So this is my usual weekly, let's just say, diary journal session that I do. Since I'm on board, I kind of, it's kind of a bit of a habit for me, or I keep it as more like a routine for me to keep a journal on my, my workplace. Journal on what I am doing and what's going on the workplace. Yeah, it's kind of like a private diary anyway. So anyway, officially this will be Naval Aviator Diary Session 0161, and I'm I'm the host here right now on the the one writing on this journal or making a video journal on this blog. So just call me Operator 214. So lately I just found out that this ship is I just found out recently that they still don't give cash advance on this ship. Meaning, so what does that mean, that they don't give out cash advance on this ship? Well, it means that they're not exactly paying the crew on board. In other words, they're not paying for my salary while I'm still on board, and instead they're just I'm still being paid on salary technically, but it's just being forwarded on my bank account, and I am, let's just say the situation here on board, I just found out that they don't exactly give you the money, or you don't have any money on hand. Yeah, that's kind of weird that I signed up for a ship that they won't give you money. At least they won't let you hand over your hard-earned money, through your, let's just say that they're not handing me money on my cold hard cash. They're just basically transferring my money here, or the, my cash on my bank accounts. But on physical money, they don't give it to seafarers here, unfortunately, or sailors here on this ship. Which, as to be honest, I'm not quite happy about it, because I just I don't know. It's just I guess that the management here unfortunately doesn't have a plan to even bother giving their crew their salaries while on board, and I just find it I don't know, a weird practice that is still existing right now. And as far as I know, this practice has already been made illegal by ITF. Of course, what ITF is basically the International Transport Federation. It's basically a workers' union. Airline pilots are ITF is basically it's a workers' union for transport workers. This includes seafarers and pilots as well. Yeah, aviation pilots. So since I'm a sailor right now, I'm kind of fall under a clause here on this ITF union. But unfortunately, like I said, I mean, what I'm saying was that last I checked, it was illegal to be practicing this kind of behavior on board, that you don't pay your, you don't pay your crew on board with their money. As far as I'm concerned, this kind of behavior, not paying sailors, salary on board, and leaving sailors under the employ without any money and basically trapped on board. And as far as I'm concerned, like I said, this has already been made illegal, but I don't know why this rule still exists yet. In particular, the ship I'm currently serving at still has this kind of practice. But anyway, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it, since I had a personal agenda anyway, and I don't want to get involved in ship politics. No, seriously, I don't really want to get involved on ship politics. As far as I'm concerned, I am just being professional, and I am just a sailor, a contractual sailor right now. And as long as they're paying my salaries monthly, I'm okay with that. Although it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of a bit of a bummer that they're not giving it to me personally. Instead, they're just more like forwarding it to my bank account. But I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. And right now, I'm too busy trying to solve my personal problems rather than attend to that kind of minor issue. To be honest, that thing for me is very trivial, and I don't really need to waste time about that kind of thing. One more thing that I would just like to yeah, I would just like to include on my journal is that when our former crew left by, it's kind of a bit of a good news. They kind of left a lot of stuff lying around the former, the former crew that disembarked on this ship. And in their, when they left, they kind of left a lot of stuff for me to scavenge. And in other words, I got about at least 9 more coveralls for me, enough for me to work, or at least those coveralls are enough for me to last on the duration of my contracts in here. And yeah, I think I can manage those 9 coveralls that I more like got it from them. It's more like a hands me down. So yeah, that's kind of a good thing. Aside from that, I'm also scavenging a lot of supplies that they left, specifically soaps, other personal stuff, even t-shirts, believe it or not. Anyway, as a sailor, you know, scavenging sometimes for supplies, there's no shame of that, as long as it will be useful later on. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I think it's more of the materials or the stuff that they left behind is really useful for me at the moment. And one more thing I would just like to add is there's one thing I would just like to take note about the new crew. It seems that the new captain here that just that came on board a couple of days ago, it seems that I don't know, I don't have a good vibes with that captain. I think that captain is a little bit more well, let's just say rough on the manners. Anyway, compared to the previous captains that I work with, this one I should say is that let's just say he's not I don't know, let's just say he's really have a rough side when it comes to manners. He swears a lot, that kind of stuff. It seems like he acts as more like some hooligans that you see that you see back on land. What I meant to say is I have a bad impression right now on the captain of this ship. I don't know, I might be having a wrong impression, but I think right now that the captain hasn't have good manners, or maybe let's just say that this is one of the captains that might be an asshole to begin with. I don't know, maybe I have a wrong impression at him, but right now, I don't think that he's the kind of person that I wanna work with right now. Anyway, the good thing is that since I'm just only a rank and file sailor here working on board, as long as I don't interact with the captain, I think I should be fine. As long as I don't hang out with the bridge, of course. I don't know, it's just that from all of the captains that I saw on my previous ship, this one's a little bit rough on the edges, or rough on when it comes to manners. And yeah, it's more like a red flag to me, to be honest. And personally, I think I should be careful right in the workplace because of this. Of course, I've already had a share of crappy captains back previously on my previous ships, but nothing that I have well, let's just say that since I don't visit the bridge or the command center of this ship, I rarely interact with them. So in other words, I'm far away from trouble as possible. But I don't know, currently the captain that took over here, I don't think he's let's just say a good captain to begin with. I don't know, it's just, of course, my hunch. Of course, I had a bad feeling about him, but like I said, as long as I don't interact with that captain, I think it wouldn't be a problem for me. And ship captains on the commercial, on the commercial vessel, I think only their contract is a little bit short, probably around 3 or 4 months, and then he'll be gone. So yeah, as long as I stay away from him about for 3 months or 4 months, I think I should be fine. I don't know, I just don't like how that captain behaves right now on the ship. It's kinda, he acts like some sort of hooligan, not the professional, understanding, or wise kind of guy. This one, the captain that came here right now, acts more like some sort of thug. I don't know, anyway, it's just my impression. Yeah, so yeah, I'll probably have to stay away from that. Anyway, on the other crew, aside from that captain, I think the other crew is just fine because they're fellow Filipinos and mine. But of course, I will not let my guard down. I think the bosun here is okay, and my co-worker here, some of my co-workers that came in here, the new co-workers, I think they're all okay as well. So the only thing that caught my attention right now on the new crew is yeah, this captain, to be honest, the ship captain. Of course, one thing I learned from the maritime culture is that never voice out openly your concerns. If you don't like someone or something bothers you, just try to keep it for yourself and then don't talk to anyone about it. Well, at least don't talk about it, not until you reach land. Don't talk of it openly in the workplace, or in my case openly on the ship, because chances are if they find out that you're talking behind them, or you simply don't like them, they might retaliate, and the retaliation will be quite severe. Yeah, that's the problem with the maritime culture here. No, but it's not exactly total freedom, and nobody here on board can say what they wanted to say, like what we do back on land, where we have the freedom. Basically, when you work on the ship, expect that the ship, no matter how benign or kind the ship captain may be, or the management may be, it is still the society of working on board a ship is still a dictator, authoritarian type. It may be benign, it might be caring, or some might even like it if their captains are very understanding and pro to the crew. But nevertheless, the bottom line still is that the hierarchy, or the type of, let's just say, governance or organization that works on the ship is always dictatorial and authoritarian. Now, dictatorial authoritarian depends on what kind of ruler what we have here. Like I said, they may be caring, they may be benign, and they may be cool, but that's the bright side. They have, but on the bad side, they can be very cruel, despotic, all that kinds of stuff that we would consider, let's just say, a seaman asshole. So yeah, I was just saying about that. Anyway, I'm just only making it as a log on what type of society you'll be encountering with when it comes to working on commercial ships. And on my case, well, anyway, despite my let's just say that I don't like keep upon first impression. Yeah, that's all. Of course, I'm not planning to tell it to anyone. Of course, this is just only my log on this blog. And by the time this comes out, my blog entry is or 2 years have already passed. So I'm pretty much safe and discussing about it. As long as I don't discuss it on board openly with other crew members and only on this computer and log, like I said, I should be safe around it. So yeah, okay. So I'll like to change the topic anyway. For now. So what's the situation on my house? Well, apparently the situation on my house is no better. I was mentioning it a few weeks ago, or probably several weeks ago, that there's a possibility that basic services on my house would probably be cut off because of my relatives. I don't know, I'm not sure if I should call it misfortune or incompetence. But the thing here is that I was joking about it a few weeks ago, and it now, after a few weeks, it suddenly came true now. And yes, my house doesn't have any water and electricity at the moment. Yeah, basically back in the Stone Age. Anyway, I'm doing everything I can right now. I'm already sending some money just to pay the electric bill and those basic utilities, because I am not sure why my sister cannot handle those kinds of things. Hopefully he learns her lesson not to be incompetent on the when it comes to house management. To be honest, if I wasn't if it wasn't on the coincidence that the day the order on the house broke down, it's a good thing that I was already on the job and on board when the order broke down on the house. Otherwise, this would be a very painful experience for me if I am still back on land, and kind of happened to me way back on land. So hopefully it's a good thing out of luck that I was already on board and working when this happened. But anyway, like I said, it's my house. I'm not gonna let bad stuff run rampant on my house. So I'm still doing everything I can to restore power, electricity, and water on my house, and maybe also pay on my debts and my car loan. As far as I know, of course, I'm already also having there's also some issues with my car loan, but I'm not gonna discuss that anywhere right now. Yeah, I guess that's all I could say for now on my vlog journal session, or my diary session right now. And I will be continuing to update my diary session for every week on what happened on my workplace. So yeah, I guess that's all I can report for now, and I hope to see you soon again, and for anyone watching this. So bye bye for now, and kindly like and subscribe to my videos. Okay, bye bye.